it's Cassandra and I'm here making a video to show you how to make these wonderfully cute wreaths that are also eco-friendly and super simple to make. And I got a little addicted to making them, and so in the background you'll see some ones from my autumn and Halloween, Thanksgiving, and the craft ones you see back there are actually made out of some napkins that I salvaged after I went to the takeout place, and they had the wonderful eco napkins that I grabbed 6 of for my family that my family didn't use. And so I know we all kind of see those hanging around and the temptation is just to throw them into the recycling box, but here's something that you can do with them. And it's super simple and easy to make. So I just love doing this and have made a couple of these over the years. I also make these in my Eco Lovely program with the children in the schools, and they adore making it. And so there are lots of other ways and spin-offs of this that you can find on my blog. So of course the children took it and ran with it and made all kinds of different designs, and you can flatten some pieces, you can roll it into little balls. There are all kinds of different takes, but I just like the classic take, and this is going to be also something that I use in the winter season. This white one actually I had up since last Christmas. I just left it up all year round because it just made me happy. Now there are 2 ways to make it. There is one way with a flat back. This is a piece of Bristol board. So these ones all have a flat back so that they can just sit against the wall or a door really easily. Then I have some 3-dimensional ones. This is what ultimately they should look like if you're going to fully make a full piece. And that's 2 of these stuck together. And then you can get whatever ribbons you want to complement and hang it up on your wall. So addictive, I have to tell you. And it's eco-friendly and it stays from year to year really well. Now this color tissue paper, it might lose a little bit of its color, but it is going to look a lot better than some of these guys that are so tempting to buy. But then, have you ever been to an event where there are all these beautiful decorations and you offer to help clean up, and a big black garbage bag comes out and all of these just go straight into the black garbage bag? You can always ask to salvage them. You can always try to be helpful that way. What I like to do is when the gift bags are being opened, I ask for the tissue paper. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to be environmentally friendly. Put your hand up and say, I would really love to save all of that tissue paper. Can I have an extra bag, and I will put all the tissue paper aside and I will use it with my crafty people in my own life. And people are more than willing to share. It just takes you to say that and to put yourself out there and say, I'd really like to use that tissue paper at weddings. I collect all kinds of papers and things like that. So I really don't mind doing that. But these guys, I had bought them for birthdays, and you can see what happens to them. They get torn if you don't take really good care of them. So if you are buying these in huge sets, they come in sets of 24, where you can decorate a whole room, and I can just imagine what is gonna happen on New Year's Eve. 2020, so much of this is being sold already. People are just buying these in droves. If you're going to buy them, then take really good care of them and keep them from year to year. Don't just toss them into that garbage bag at the end of the night. Keep them for a future birthday or something like that. Mother's Day, you can use them all year round. Okay, so for these ones, I'm not so apt to throw them in the garbage because I just made them. I lovingly put them together. I was celebrating and decorating as I was making them in my mind of where I was going to place them. And these ones, as I said, I did use them for Thanksgiving and also for Halloween. So the black, these were some that I had from a gift bag hanging around, just some extra black, nice crisp tissue paper that I had sitting there. So of course I said, okay, I have to use this up. And I will make another video about these because it is so much fun, and show the ones that we did for my daughter's birthday wall. Now this is how you make it, okay? You cut out a small piece of tissue paper, and then you work from the inner edge around. This is what I recommend doing. And then you fill it out that way. That is the best way to do it. Don't start on the outer edge. And it really is that simple as cutting out some squares of tissue paper. Make sure they're all the same size, about 1 inch by 1 inch, and put it around, wrap it around a piece of wrap the piece around a pen or a pencil. And some of us learn to do this in kindergarten. This is a famous craft, but rarely used on wreaths. I've made bells, I've made piñatas, I've made all kinds of different things with this technique. All kinds of different things throughout the years, my kids as well, but people don't usually put them on wreaths. So cut out the wreath shape first, I should say that. That's pretty easy to do on a Bristol board piece. And then you stick them on with the glue. And I know most of you, some of you will know how to do that. It's a really, really popular technique, but it's what you do with it. So I've just simplified the design and made it really fun. So I was watching TV and I was scooping that glue and sticking them on. It was like knitting to me, but that is how I got so many of them. Now, tissue paper makers will tell you that tissue paper is biodegradable, 100%, 100% compostable, and 100% recyclable. So very few crafts that I find beautiful and eco-friendly and practical and reusable exist. Okay, so this one to me, it hit a lot of the check marks that I look for. And it was, as I said, like knitting. It was fun to do because it takes such a short time to make one of these. And so the satisfaction and you feel once you completed it is really nice. So later, I'm gonna go ahead and stick these two together and then tie it with a ribbon, glue it together. And there's a pinching technique that goes like this all around the edges. And then I might fill it in with some more black if I feel like I need to. But that's really a personal choice. I'm really excited about this too. And truly, you could make a bunch of these for 2020, for Christmas, and then dispose of them. And you wouldn't really be hurting the environment because all of these fibers are recyclable and the dyes are all water-based. So that's why they're used for children's crafts. They're not very harmful or toxic. So what we don't want people to do is go out and buy packages and packages of tissue paper, new tissue paper, and make a whole bunch of them. I'd rather if you ask around for people's tissue paper that they're going to throw out anyway. Is that possible? Could I get people to do that? I dreamt of having a worldwide tissue paper drive and collecting all of this tissue paper, but I think people can do this on their own where they save some tissue paper this Christmas. If you want to do something for climate change, we're always looking for something to do, and sometimes people with their self-care, they feel a sense of sadness and a sense of hopelessness with the whole climate change problem because they feel like there's nothing they can do. Well, if you're crafty, here is something you can do. Okay, you can do something here with your own two hands, divert some of that waste into your own stash of decorations, and you can avoid buying the throwaway things like this. I mean, I think you could still, here's my creative mind, put some of these together, you know, like if you had nice ones, and I do have a nice one over there that did not get ripped, you could do a combination of these, right? Can you guys imagine that? These different colors, you could put them together, like these together. You know, I could see that for a birthday party. They're all different takes on these. What I'm saying for celebrate and decorate, for self-care practice, for the environment and yourself, and this is one of those wins. What I'm saying is that you change your attitude towards paper. Instead of this just being a throwaway that you rip off the wall at the end of the occasion, you look at it more as something that you handmade and that you care about. So for these ones that I made myself, I'm going to keep them for subsequent future autumns and falls, and I'm going to use that orange. And next year, I'm going to let that orange color trigger my satisfaction and contentment that I felt when I first made them this year. So I am going to leave you with that idea. I think I talked about everything that I wanted to about tissue paper. I could seriously write a book about this one. Try to divert tissue paper away from the recycling bin, and try not to buy new tissue paper. Try to reuse the tissue paper that you already have. I know it seems like kind of a trivial thing, but if more people did that, then we would have less waste.